Well, welcome back to the Banks account. I hope you guys have found this valuable. I have already given tip number 1 on how to find a job and tip number 2. So here we go with tip number 3, the final tip to help you get that job of your dreams. How many of you guys are really looking for your dream job though? You have to have that passion to want your dream job. If you're looking for your dream job, then definitely keep listening for tip number 3. But if you're not, it's probably time to turn off the video, because you're really not going to like tip number 3. But hopefully if you are really serious about your job seeking efforts, you will listen to this final tip. So here we go. The final tip from Roxanne Banks at the Banks account is this. I know it may sound simple, but it's true. So the final tip today is you must be consistent and you must be diligent about your job search. You're like, okay, that's basic. Everybody knows that. Yeah, everyone knows it, but not everyone does it. It's like me. I always want to lose weight, but I won't push away from the fork. I know what to do, but I don't always do it. Now, I might go a week or two and think I should have lost 50 pounds by now, but I know that's not realistic. So if I don't stay consistent, I'm not going to lose the weight I want. It's the same thing with the job. If you don't stay consistent with doing the things that are necessary in order to get your job, you're never going to get the job of your dreams. You're going to settle for less, or you're not going to get your job at all. So here are some of the things that you have to be consistent about. You have to be consistent about keeping your resume updated to the job that you want. So if you're in, let's say, customer service, and you see a job in healthcare that you really want, you're not going to send the same resume that you send to, say, Target as a customer service agent that you would at Kaiser Permanente for healthcare. You want to make sure that it's directed towards the actual job that you want. So you have to be consistent with changing your resume, updating your resume with everything that's going to be important to the specific job that you want. The other thing you have to be consistent about is your whole networking system. Making sure that you're talking to people, letting them know that you're unemployed and you want a job. That's right. Don't be afraid of the fact that you're unemployed. You need a job? Tell somebody. Secondly, you've got to be consistent about making phone calls, ringing people that you may not have talked to in a while, and you're probably saying, oh, they're going to hate me because I haven't talked to them forever. That's okay. They're excited to hear from you, and let them know, look, I'm unemployed. I know you work for this company I've always wanted to work for. Do you have some information for me? Can I send you my resume? Also, make sure that you're consistently asking people around you, do I look professional? Do I have the right resume? Have someone else look at your resume. We always think our resume is perfect, but then you get a feedback later on saying you had a couple of misspelled words. Bad when it comes to having a resume. You cannot have misspelled words. You can't have poor grammar. You can't have things all out of alignment. So make sure that you give your resume to someone else so that they can look at it and give you honest feedback. Don't give it to someone who's just going to pat you on the back and say, oh, looks good, and they really didn't even look at your resume. You want to make sure you give it to someone who's going to actually give you honest feedback. And who do you think you can trust with that? That's right, that's me. I can be that person for you. I can review your resume. I can help you with interviewing tips. I can do all those things. So if you really want the job of your choice, if you really want to land that career that you've always wanted, I suggest you contact Roxanne Banks at roxannebanksencourages@gmail.com, and I'll be more than happy to discuss with you the options and the things that you would need to do to land that job of your choice. So if you haven't heard tip number 1 and tip number 2 before this video, I suggest you go back. Or you can wait till next week when I do a whole recap of everything and then be able to offer you a wonderful opportunity to work with me, your personal coach, when it comes to interviewing and resume writing. Have a great day. Be encouraged. Don't forget, you want the job of your dreams, so you must be consistent and make sure you take it to the bank. This is Roxanne Banks signing off. Have a great day.